Assalamu alaikum, children. Welcome to another edition of Pip and Friends. And today we have a very, very special guest. He's flown in all the way from Canada, and I'm so excited to welcome him. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, Pip. Thank you very much for having me over. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Do you like my room?
Oh, you have a very colorful room, Pip. You know, it's wonderful. I could see all these books and all these things around here.
Oh, it is very colorful. Oh, thank you. I'm very colorful too. I'm
Yeah,
blue.
I could see you. Yeah, I really like your colors as well, especially your eyes.
Oh, thank you, thank you. But Sheikh, my heart is feeling a bit grey.
My goodness, why, Pip?
Oh, I don't think you want to know.
Oh no. Well, please tell me. I'm curious to know because I don't want to see you sad, Pip, and I'm sure the kids don't want to see you sad either.
Oh, really? Oh, okay then. I'll tell you, but you promise not to tell no one.
Well, it's kind of hard when many people are watching us, Pip, but I'll try.
Okay, and the children at home won't tell anyone, I'm sure. So, okay, basically, my mum keeps forcing me to read the Quran, and, I don't want to read it. It's in Arabic, and I just speak English, and, it's just so tedious.
Well, Pip, doing some tedious things sometimes really make us better and stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this story, Pip. Do you like stories?
Oh, I love stories.
Do you children like stories?
Oh, I think they do like stories.
I think they do like stories. So, well, once upon a time, there was a grandpa. He lived in a cottage next to the river. Have you been to cottages before, Pip?
Oh no, but I've read about cottages in monster school.
Oh, great. Well, they're little nice homes next to rivers and water areas and lakes. This grandpa had a grandchild who was smart just like you, Pip.
Oh, thank you.
Now the grandchild came to his grandpa and said, Grandpa, my teacher at madrasa and school keeps on telling me to read the Quran.
Just like me.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And he said the exact same thing you said. Grandpa, but I don't speak Arabic. What's the point of reading this Quran?
Yeah, what's the point?
I don't understand it. Grandpa was wisely sitting on the chair next to the chimney. He looked at his grandson and said, Grandson, before I answer you, I would like you to do something for me. Can you?
Oh, what was it?
He said, being a polite grandson, yes, indeed, Grandpa, yes. I would love to.
Yes, indeed.
Just like you, Pip, very polite.
Oh, thank you.
There was a basket made of steel, a steel basket with holes that the grandfather used to put some charcoal or coal in it so that he could use it in the fireplace, in the chimney.
Oh, in the olden times, they used to use coal, didn't they, to warm up their houses?
That's right, exactly. Now, that steel basket had turned into the color of coal. What is the color of coal, Pip?
Well, it's definitely not blue.
That's right, it's not blue.
Is it something like what you're wearing today? Like
well,
black?
It's like your mouth. What color is your mouth, Pip?
My mouth is black.
There you go, Pip. That exactly was the color of the basket and the color of coal. See, the coal has stained the basket black.
Yes.
It was a steel basket. It should be shining.
Shiny.
Grandpa said to grandson, I would like you to take this basket, go to the river next to the cottage, put some water in it, and bring it back to me as soon as you can, please. Would you do that?
Oh.
Being a polite grandson, he said, Absolutely, grandfather, I would love to. He picked up the basket, ran to the river, dipped it into the water, but guess what? He started to come back. Now the basket had holes. By the time he reached his grandpa, do you think there was any water left in that basket?
Well, no, because all the water would have come out.
Oh, how did you know that, Pip? Do you know the story?
No, but you said it had holes in the basket.
Very good. You're very smart, Pip.
Oh, thank you.
Just like you kids, very smart and polite. Grandpa looked at the grandson and said, "Where is the water, grandchild?" He said, "Grandpa, I tried, but the water went through the holes." Grandpa looked at grandson and said, "Maybe you did not run fast enough. Go back again and run faster next time." Grandson went. He ran very fast to the water.
I can run fast.
Can you run fast?
Yes,
awesome.
really fast.
Can you run fast, kids?
Yes, they can run
Well,
fast.
absolutely. That's really good. He dipped the basket into the river and this time ran quickly to see Grandpa. But when he got to Grandpa, again, there was no water left in the basket.
What? And he ran really, really fast?
Yes.
Like
He was...
really, really fast?
Yes, his beautiful heart was beating very rapidly, Pip.
Oh, like this?
That's right, that beautiful heart of yours. Grandpa looked at grandson again and said, "I don't think you ran fast enough. I want you to go back the third time and run very fast, bringing me some water."
Wow.
Grandchild ran quickly this time to the river, dipped the basket, held it there for some time, made sure he filled it with water, and then he ran very, very, very quickly back to Grandpa. But when he got to Grandpa again, there was no water left in the basket, Pip.
Oh, I bet the grandchild was really upset.
Yes, he was. And he looked at Grandpa and said, "Grandpa, there is no point in this exercise. The water will never be retained in the basket. No matter how fast I run, the basket is not going to hold the water. It's useless." Grandpa looked at grandchild and said, "Do you really think what you just did was useless?"
Oh, well, I think it is quite useless because he wanted to go get water and he never brought water back for Grandpa.
Well, what was the color of the basket when grandchild first took it? Do you remember, Pip?
Yes, I remember. It was not the color of my skin. It was the color of my mouth,
Correct.
which is black.
That's right. Smart, Pip.
Oh, thank
Aren't
you.
you guys happy with him? I think we should recite a salawat for Pip.
Allahumma
Allahumma salli
salli
ala
ala
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
I love it when people recite salawat.
Wonderful, Pip. It's a good habit to develop.
Thank you.
However, it was black, but after dipping it into the water 3 times, what do you think happened to that steel basket?
Maybe it became clean and like it had a shower.
Correct, and became shining.
Shining.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Wow.
Grandpa looked at grandchild and said, "You think that reading the Quran does not help? It's useless? Guess what? Quran is like that water that can clean your heart. Make it shine. Make it so blessed. Make it so beautiful because it's Allah's word. Allah's words are powerful. They clean your heart. And that heart of yours, Pip, would remain beautiful and clear.
Wow! MashaAllah! Sheikh,
Yes, Pip.
I have a small question.
Yes, Pip.
Well, I keep forgetting things at school.
Okay,
And
Pip.
I've forgotten my mum's birthday and my friends' birthdays. And I heard my friend told me, well, if you recite the Quran, your memory gets better.
Correct. Reciting and memorizing the Quran can improve your memory.
Wow!
Yes, Pip. Start with the short surahs in the Quran and grow bigger and bigger until, inshallah, one day you will memorize the whole Quran.
Whole Quran?
Yes, and I'm very proud of you, Pip. Do you know why?
Why?
I see that you have a copy of the Quran right there on the shelf.
Yeah, my mom makes me have that.
And I want you to read it every single day.
Every single day, but the Quran doesn't have stories in it, does it? I like reading a story before going to sleep.
Quran has many stories, Pip.
Many?
Many stories, Pip. Do you like elephants?
Oh, I love elephants.
Have you seen an elephant before?
No, just on TV.
Well, that's not bad. Have you kids seen an elephant before? Some of you have. Absolutely. It is a very big animal, isn't it? Well, guess what? An elephant in Arabic is called feel.
Feel.
And there is a surah in the Quran called Surah Al-Fil.
Surah Al-Fil. Can you say that, children? Surah Al-Fil.
Well done. We should recite salawat for you kids. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Well done.
Well, there was a very bad king.
Oh, I don't like baddies.
And this king wanted to destroy the Kaaba. Can you believe it, Pip?
The Kaaba where Imam Ali was born.
Exactly, Pip. Very well done. The
Where
Kaaba.
we pray to.
The Kaaba where Imam Ali was born, where we Muslims face to pray 5 times a day, where we go to do our pilgrimage in Mecca, in Hajj.
Yes, I want to go Hajj.
Wonderful. You will one day, inshallah, Pip. Very
Inshallah.
well. This bad king, his name was Abraha. Abraha.
Oh, it sounds so scary.
It was so scary,
Oh,
Pip.
Sheikh, it's so scary.
But he brought his elephants and he wanted to use his elephants to destroy the Kaaba. But the elephants did not want to do that. The elephants were nice. When he forced his army, his men, his people, the soldiers to go and destroy the Kaaba, Allah sent some birds with some burning stones that they were carrying in their little claws and in their beaks, and they threw these stones at Abraha and at his army and destroyed the entire army of Abraha. And God saved the Kaaba.
That's not even magical. That's amazing.
This is a story in the Quran, Pip.
Really?
In Surah Al-Fil.
Surah Al-Fil.
And Allah saved the Kaaba, saved the people who live around that area, and that year became known as the year of the Fil.
The year of the elephant.
That's right. And what do you know about the year of the elephant, Pip?
The year of the elephant was when the elephants were destroyed by Allah.
Wonderful. It was also the same year when our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born.
Wow!
That's right.
That's amazing!
You see, the Quran has many, many stories, Pip.
So the Quran is full of stories. It gives us amazing powers.
And it has so much more beautiful
Really?
lessons. Whenever people listen to the Quran being recited, they feel so happy.
Yes.
It's so soothing.
Yes. Sheikh.
Yes, Pip.
I've learned a lot from you. A lot. Really, I have.
Thank
a lot
you,
about the
Pip.
Quran. I mean, could you do me a big favor? Because, you're my friend and you're on Pip and Friends.
Yes, I am your friend, and thank you for considering me as a friend, Pip.
Oh, thank you. Well, I have a big favor.
Yes, Pip.
Last week I went to a majlis and you were reciting.
Yes,
You
Pip.
recited some Quran.
Yes,
And
Pip.
my heart, it felt so much happiness and peace.
Okay, Pip.
Do you think you could recite some Quran for us today?
I would love to, Pip.
Would you like to hear some Quran, children? Wow, they do want to listen
Thank
to some
you
Quran.
so much. I will recite Surah Al-Fatiha because I'm sure you know that surah, Pip, don't you?
I do.
And I'm sure you know it too, don't you?
Do you? Yes.
Wonderful. Let's recite a salawat for all of you. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Wow.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
That was amazing. I felt so much peace in my heart and happiness.
You can recite just like me, Pip, but you need to practice.
Oh, I do practice. I'm trying to train up my vocal cords as well. But you have such a beautiful voice. MashaAllah.
Thank you very much, Pip.
And thank you for coming on my show and coming to my house, Sheikh.
It's a beautiful place. Thank you for hosting me, but I have one request from you, Pip.
What is that?
I want you to keep on reading the Quran and remember me in your du'as, please.
Insha'Allah, we will all remember you in our du'as. And thank you for reminding me that the Quran gives us special powers. It teaches us stories, but it also gives us helpful hints in our lives.
Thank you, Pip.
Sheikh.
Take care, Pip. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Hopefully, you'll invite me to your house again.
Insha'Allah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's all we have time for, children. Thank you for tuning in. Ma'as salama.